No.
We'll talk
What
about
if it was a
after
country
this.
music star?
Same thing would happen.
Nothing happened to him.
If it was today?
Nothing happened to him.
If it was
Literally
today,
nothing
something
happened.
would happen. If he did
He
that
still
today,
sells
something would
records. He
happen.
still tours. He never went to jail.
But if it happened today, something would
It
happen.
only happened a few years ago that it came out.
But if it was today, there's a big difference between today and a few years ago.
There shouldn't have been. I don't want to talk about R. Kelly. He had one good song, and it turned out he was a rapist.
What was his good song?
Oh yeah, Ignition.
Yeah, it's pretty
Bill
good.
Cosby's going to jail.
Oh yeah, that's why. How did I forget
counts,
about that?
3 counts, convicted. He is a It's no longer a problem. It's no longer an allegation. He is a convicted serial rapist.
I would like to see the facts.
Oh my God.
Again, I'm a factual person.
Then read it up.
I will. I just want to see the facts and what actually convicted him.
Yeah, the evidence. I'd
Because
like to see that
I
too.
would too. Because anytime, I don't like saying this, but the way today is, anytime a big person is called out for sexual assault or anything like that, I want to see the facts before I form my opinion.
Yeah.
Because it's sad to say, and these women or men tend to ruin it for everyone else. They do it for the money.
Yeah.
And they ruin it for everyone else. They do. Again, it's not like that all the time, but when it is, they ruin it for everyone else who really did make a claim.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole, what's his name, from NBC, I think it was, just got accused of something.
Oh, Matt Lauer?
Yeah, Matt Lauer. That was kind of a hush-hush, like, you know what, just
Yeah.
stop talking about
What
me.
was happening?
Again, I don't see all the facts.
It was disgusting.
I didn't see all the facts.
He used to lock women in his office and lock the door and come on to them forcibly, and then he would gift women sex toys suggestively. It was disgusting.
But going back to the whole, Patrick Kane. Come on, from the beginning, I knew it was false.
So I guess I just got a user, a listener, told us that he admitted to giving women cold medicine and having sex with them. He admitted to it. And they
Okay,
still
then
had to
that's
prove it.
more... Okay, cool.
63
Not cool,
women.
but...
63 women came forward.
Okay, but how many of those 63 women actually had... I don't want to say factual support.
3. And he
Wait,
was-
are you talking about Cosby or Matt
talking about
Lauer?
Cosby, talking about Cosby.
Okay.
And he was convicted on 3 counts of aggravated sexual assault involving, I forget exactly what the legal term is, but involving drugs and sex and penetration.
Okay.
Sex.
So I would believe 3, but once it gets to 63, it's one of those cause
Me
and
Too.
effects things.
That's Me Too. That's literally the Me Too thing.
Yeah.
That's literally the basic of the whole Me Too thing. And it stinks because there is a lot of honest-to-God disgusting actions going on about there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's disgusting and I hate it. And as a man in the workplace, I will always protect and step forward my fellow colleagues, whether it's a female or a male. I will always protect them and help them no matter what it is.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, frankly.
But then again, now, you know me, I look at both sides. You look at the other side, you're at work, a lot of guys are afraid to talk to girls.
Okay, but
even just a friendly, hey, let's go get dinner or something. Let's hang out afterward.
That. There's nothing wrong with that.
There isn't, but again, nowadays you get
But
it goes back.
But hold on, it should be known that there shouldn't be dating in the office. That's kind of like a known thing.
But I'm not talking about that. It just goes back to the point of those few women or men that ruin a thing by saying, hey, let's get dinner, hang out, do some, hang out. Let's just say, hey, let's hang out afterwards as a friend. And then a week later, you're called into HR because you're sexual harassment in the workplace.
And then you explain your...
You
explain it.
This hasn't happened to me, but I've known people who this has happened to. I'm not going to say where, I'm not going to say who. And they fought it, and that the female ended up getting fired because she lied. But it's still ruined. It just ruins...
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It could be male. I had it happen with a male who did the same thing. I mean, it was a male to a male.
Right.
But majority of this happens to males.
That's why I've always been on the same path. Whether I'm working with someone, I just won't do it. I'll find.
I'll wait till I'm off the clock and off the property and say, "Hey, want to go to the bar?"
No, not even that. Just I can't ever be involved with somebody from work. I mean, I was at one point, and it was nothing ever happened like that. It was a great time, and she was fun and everything. And we went out and got dinner a couple times. That's it. But that I would never, coming into my professional career, I would never do anything like that. Work is at work. Everything else is something else.
Because when
I'm
you break
working
up,
here.
it's pretty awkward.
Well, not even that. Just don't even let it get that far. You're here. I'm here to work.
Yeah.
If I put a suit on every day, I'm coming here to work. I'm here to get stuff done. I'm not here to. This isn't a social Tinder. I'm not here. These aren't all possible girls that I could go out with. That's not what this is. I'm working here. And that's what I think a lot of people. If you're asking someone out from work, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
That's from an HR standpoint. That's like the first thing they teach you. The first thing they teach you is you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
So I guess 12 women have had come forward about Matt Lauer. He has a button under his desk that shuts the door and locks it. And then
Really?
he would come on to them sexually. He would gift them sex toys and just take himself out.
See, I want
Show
that door
them.
just so I don't have to get up.
Well, Nick
Just hit my button and be like, all right, I'm done.
Nick Saban at the University of Alabama has that door when he's trying to discipline a player. It's not a lock button, but when he's trying to discipline a player, he calls him in, and then the door shuts behind you, and there's no one else in the room. That's weird.
That's cool.
That's a disciplinary kind of...
That's a tactic.
Yeah, exactly.
Freak you out.
That's why he's so good. He has everything covered.
Just like it's a tactic for like when the prosecutor makes you sit and wait for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a tactic. It freaks you out.
Or when they call you up to the stand, he walks around for a minute,
Mhm.
doesn't say anything to you.
Yeah.
Mr. Cardis, could you tell me... You know what I mean? That's even
I
just
plead
sitting
the
here,
fifth.
even just sitting here, not answering a question. You're still looking at me like, what?
I was just looking at you because.
No, you know
but
that-
here's how you do it though. Somebody does that to you.
Yes.
You stare them down back.
Oh yeah.
You don't flinch. You don't do anything. You just patiently wait. And a lot of times it makes the person who's trying to make
Thrown
you
off,
uncomfortable
yeah.
uncomfortable.
There used to be people who think, what?
You're like-
It was him with the
No,
knife in the
do
yellow
it again.
room.
I'll play how I normally would. Do it again. Like ask your question.
I know. I'm
Are you going to ask your question? Or are you just going to sit there? I'm waiting for you.
Oh, you're doing it. We're in it now.
Yes,
oh, I
we're
got it.
in-
Oh, I think you were getting mad at me. I was like, no, I'm. It's like a movie. What?
See? That threw you off.
Yeah.
It's just it's funny breaking down those tactics and yeah, I don't think there's any more top stories that are worth talking about today.
Don't do it. All right,
You got
that's
any
it.
more top stories?
No.
Good week.
Yeah, that was a great podcast.
I know. Hopefully next week we can get Brown in for his segment. We just had a busy show planned today.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Yes.
I'm gonna go back and listen to that one for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm excited for that. You and me have been talking about different ways to improve this podcast. I think I'm excited for the future. of
Yeah,
this
I'm very
podcast.
excited for the future. I'd love to get it to the point where it should be.
Yes. Can't really talk about it now, but
No, mom's the word.
it's confidential.
Confidentiality.
Yeah. All right, but to leave here today, we do have a quote. Since our main segment was pretty much about travel today, we're going to end today with a travel quote. And here it is. It's by Anthony Bourdain.
Bourdain.
Thank
Anthony
you.
Bourdain, famous cook.
Yeah, I can't.
Probably one of the world's most famous cooks.
Yeah. What show was he on?
Anthony Bourdain does the world.
Oh, isn't he on like another show, like
He has a
Master
new
Chef
show
or
now.
something?
Yeah, he has a new show. Well, he's been on all of those.
Oh, okay.
Because he's
Then I
that
know who
good.
he is. But here it is. Travel isn't always pretty. It isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it hurts. It even breaks your heart. But that's okay. The journey changes you. It should change you. It leaves marks on your memory, on your consciousness, on your heart, and on your body. You take something with you. Hopefully you leave something good behind.
That's true. If you gotta, I'm sure my dad would say this. You gotta learn from everywhere you go. Learn from people. Listen. Do a lot more time. I think if a lot more people did a lot more listening, everybody would be smarter.
Yeah.
You can't learn anything when you're talking.
Exactly.
There's two people in the world: people that wait to talk, and people that listen.
Like you and me.
And sometimes, yeah, and sometimes I do that, and sometimes I interrupt, and sometimes I'll say, "I'm sorry, my bad. Go ahead. I don't know why I did that." And that's people like that. Like if you interrupt, you say, "Sorry, go ahead, my bad.
Yeah.
I'm listening."
If you listen to the majority of our debates when we actually do disagree, which isn't much, but like OJ, let's put OJ for example.
Oh
Our
my
podcast
God,
on OJ.
OJ did
He
it.
didn't do it.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
We're not doing this again.
All right. Our conversation on OJ, we listened to each other.
Right.
And you could tell because we would go back on each other's facts that were brought up. That's what you have to do. That's what a debate is.
Mm-hmm.
A debate is when you bring up a point, you do your own research. You prove that. When the person asks you to prove that, you don't say, it's your homework to do. No, it's not.
Or duh.
It's
Everybody
not.
knows that.
Yeah, the person who asks you to show a source to your comment,
Mm-hmm.
it's not their homework to do it. It's your homework to do it.
And that's why we've come so far, I think, judicially. I don't know. That's probably not a word, but I really don't care.
Judicially is a
justice.
word. I think it's
with
a word.
regard to justice, because I'm watching Game of Thrones, and I hate to quote a TV show talking about real life, but back then they could just say he did this, and then that was it. Then they hanged you, and you got burned at the stake or something like that. Now,
They
like
hung
we were
you.
just talking about sexual harassment, you have to prove that.
Yeah.
You have to talk about what happened. You know, there can't be holes in the story. You have to be able to prove something. You can't just say, I know, like OJ. A lot of people thought, I know he did it. Really? Were you there?
Yeah, exactly.
Were you were there? Okay, so could you tell us?
Yeah, can you prove it? But definitely, if you have the chance to travel, I highly suggest doing it. I'm sure Morgan highly suggests doing it.
Yeah, I want to go back to Alaska.
Oh, I want to go to Alaska.
Badly, dude. Alaska. I was too young to understand how good it was.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Alaska was unbelievable. That's it.
So, yeah, that's it from us. Make sure to travel. Use all that experience. Understand the culture.
Respect.
Yes.
Don't burn a Quran like an idiot. Respect the culture.
Yes.
Respect.
And that's it from us tonight. We'll definitely hear you and see you guys next week. We're going to start planning out that show tonight. And
Yes.
that's it. I'm Mike.
I'm Morgan.
And you're listening to the Hear Me Out.
Okay.
Have a good one. Thanks for listening.